The biggest misunderstanding about a Kundalini awakening or spiritual awakening, in my opinion, based on my experience, is that people imagine it as there are these two states or two stages. One of them is basically like the starting point, the sleeping self or unawakened self, unconscious self, self with full of ego, whatever you want to call it. And then you have the opposite of that, which is the awakened one or the healed one. And the problem is that most people imagine it is that, okay, I'm going to live my life like unawakened, and then there will be one point and then I'm awakened. And there are even people who say they are awakened and they explain it in a way that I would say fuels this misunderstanding that awakening looks like that you chop wood and you are awakened and you chop wood. So basically nothing changes. And it's like a one-day process, or one day everything changes. Probably that's the best understanding of it. And it's a little bit similar to how people see relationship with money as well, that these becoming rich quick schemes. So I would say this is similar how most people imagine it. But what I can say from experience is that maybe for some people it's going to be like this, but I would say the majority of them is going to experience it exactly the way I did. That there are lots of tiny steps that are realizations that make you see things differently, make you feel differently, that actually leads you to basically to a point where life is going to push more and more challenges in front of you. So basically, when these, I would say, unlocking how you see reality is going to basically attract certain people, certain scenarios in your life that is going to even move you deeper in your own psyche, or your own reshaping how you see reality. And then there will be one point where you have your very first Kundalini awakening. But if you have to ask, did I have one or I didn't have one yet? The answer is no, you didn't. Because once you have it, you will know. Because it's so different and it's so unique that you can't, I would say, misidentify it. And then people think, okay, now I am awakened. There is the proof. I had a Kundalini awakening. I'm done. But the reality is that this is only a teeny tiny milestone in it, and it's going to only accelerate your further awakening that is going to go through your whole life, or even, in my opinion, multiple lifetimes. That's how I see it. So it's going to basically create a very different way of seeing and perceiving reality. In my I would say, in my case, it brought even attracting another person that would even further accelerate it, and also information that was basically channeled down that helped me, and it only created more Kundalini awakenings which were different and shifted me in a different way. And what I can probably explain this whole thing, the easiest way is basically becoming pregnant and giving birth, basically having a child. This is, I would say, the most similar to a Kundalini awakening or spiritual awakening. So first of all, you don't want it, or you don't have to want it. It can still happen to you. or you can consciously work towards it. It's just like with a child. You can crave a child and want a child, or maybe you don't even want one and you still get pregnant. The only thing is you need another person to it. And this is how I see Kundalini awakening is going to require another person that is very, very close to you. In a way that the person has to truly matter to you. So it's basically able to trigger very, very deep emotions in you. And it doesn't have to be love. It can be other emotions, but the emotions are very deep in you. So it can be, I don't know, even hate or mistrust, something that is very, very deeply in you. And this person is able to trigger that, and no one else can trigger you that deep. That's the whole thing. And that constantly. So it's more like an addiction to that person, and it's constant. That's the whole thing. Anyway, so let's see from this way that the pregnancy happens, and then during the time until giving birth, let's say giving birth is the Kundalini awakening itself, it's going to be a quite changing process with negative things and with positive things. And the closer you get to Kundalini awakening, the more frustrated you become. It's very, very uncomfortable. You just want to be over with it, I would say, in most cases. And then the childbirth itself is very, very challenging for most people. But once you see your own child, that moment is really, really euphoric. There is nothing else that could describe the feeling. This is how I imagine. I don't have a child, but this is kind of how I imagine. I had a Kundalini awakening that was like that. That it was really, really euphoric. It's like I never felt anything like that before. It's like out of this world. This is how I imagine that a child birth is like that. But afterwards, just like the following day, you go back to normal, but you are no longer the same. You can never be the same. You are changed forever. And the problems you didn't have before are going to come. And this is with a child as well, and this is with the Kundalini awakening as well, that there will be more and more challenges because the awakening itself just like opened up a floodgate of things that you would push you further in changing you. And this is how a child is as well, that having a child never stops at giving birth. It's actually the parenting itself can be very, very challenging, and it's going to be challenging in different ways depending on the age of the child and many, many other factors. So this is just a food for thought, because maybe you are going through something similar, or you are just interested in another perspective other than what you see in most YouTube videos. So I just thought I would share my point of view, and I really hope this video was helpful for you, and see you in my next videos.